This is your Frontier opening bell, Thursday, this 6th of July. And the market is up and running across Frontier Africa. Again, this is the 6th day of the month, and it looks like the month's getting on really speedily fast. But if you look at how the Nigerian market started the week, we've seen a deep in, deep out in the manner of speaking. As far as the sentiment is concerned, we've got a bit of a risk-on sentiment yesterday, 1.3%, shooting the index back above the 61,000 level. The BRVM kept a few notches above the 200 level by 0.31%. That's the Pan West African Regional Exchange based in Abidjan. The Egyptian market back in play after that long Muslim holiday, down by 0.4%. The Nairobi stock market soft by 20 basis points, while the South African market fell by 0.41%. And those are just some of the markets we cover for you on daily basis. Zimbabwe stock market is also still in a profit-taking mood, with the elections taking the center stage as we speak right now. The market was down about 2% on Wednesday, down by 1% on Tuesday. So we're seeing a bit of a choppy movement on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange so far, after it went as high as 170,000, 180,000 as well. Let's take the markets down. Let's just go straight to see what else is making the headlines. This Thursday, with the Kenya's GDP reversing 7 straight declines to grow 5.3% in the last quarter on a review. And Tanzania's first ever cargo plane to kick off with Mumbai and Dubai routes will be happening on July the 28th. We say congratulations, keeping an eye on that major move for Tanzania's cargo plane taking exports straight to Mumbai and Dubai as well. Safaricom is planning 2 new venture capital subsidiaries. We'll see how this goes for these telecoms and fintech play company in Kenya and the entire East Africa corridor. An online pharmaceutical company, Midawa, has raised about 2.8 billion shillings and buys Uganda's pharmacy company chain, and that's the latest in that business-to-business combination in East Africa, the country of Uganda. In the meantime, the Burundians are upset that they can't get enough of the new currency notes that the central bank just released. Sounds a bit similar to Nigeria's new currency redesign project, which was done towards the end of last year into February, the election month here. Now, the new currency in Burundi not fully available as the folks would want it. And that's the latest from the Horn of Africa, that is. Okay, let's step down to West Africa and check through what's making some of the big stories with Fitch Rating saying it could be in 6 months' time, when it will do an upgrade in terms of ratings of one of Nigeria's commercial banks, EcoBank Nigeria. That came in just about a day ago. And we're all set for July 11th and 12th. That's next Tuesday and Wednesdays. West Africa's Capital Market Integration Project Stakeholders Conference taking place here in Lagos. I will put in eyes all of that for you. The project manager for that, Abdulrashid Zubair, says the WACME project is a complement to the RCS African Exchanges Linkage Project, the AELP, and not contrary to each other. Says the whole idea of WACME was to create a single securities exchange platform for West Africa, just as you had the BVMAC based in Cameroon for Central African region. And that's the latest on that. We'll have more details for you next week when that conference takes place. In the Ghana stock market reporting, the capital market cap hitting an all-time high of about 70.24 billion cedis in the first half of this year. And Bloomfield Rating Agency has affirmed the Bank of Africa's Mali's A rating, and that will be in place until May 2024. And finally, Cameroon says about 180 billion CFA franc was raised in the subscription for its bond loan that is currently on the market on the BVMAC. There's the latest from Central Africa region. Let's get on into Southern Africa space. Let's touch on with South Africa, as well as a couple of news items coming through that region. The SARB Governor, Leseja Kenyango, says inflation will be falling within range by the third quarter, which starts right now in July. That's according to the central bank governor there. And a group of investors led by Trafigura, the world's leading commodities trader, are looking to invest $555 million in Angola Railway, which will connect Angola with the DRC and allow exports of mineral resources to go through to the coastal areas. That's a massive $500 million rail line investment that Trafigura is leading there. And Zimbabwe is reporting that industrial power users looking to raise $250 million for floating solar panels to cut back on the country's energy crisis. While Africa's Sun Hotels in South Africa reporting full year 2022 revenue up about 62%. That's about $53 million US. Occupancy rate was up last year by 46%. Cash and near cash or cash equivalent up by 11%. That's roughly $11.2 million. Very robust numbers from this hotel chain, which has businesses in Southern Africa and elsewhere, because folks are getting back out to use hotels, leisure hospitality after the COVID-19 pandemic period of 2020 and 2021. Business booming there for African Sun Hotels Group. Let's touch on with North Africa just to sum it up. These FOB Frontier Opening Bell this Thursday, the 6th of July. Egypt is launching about $1.8 billion in a program to drill for new oil wells in the country, while the Egyptian are also conducting studies to expand electricity linkage with Libya and Jordan between the North African corridor and then the Middle East. And Egypt's cabinets, the cabinets of President El-Sisi has approved the outcome of France's proposal to establish industrial complex in the North Africa's economy. And finally, Predator Oil says they have started drilling it for the fourth gas oil well in Morocco. Morocco is one of Africa's biggest gas producer and exporter to Europe and elsewhere in the world. And that's your Frontier Opening Bell this Thursday. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.